What's up? Willie's Comics back with another video. Just finished filming the Ahsoka Tano character spotlight. So now I'm going to be doing the Thrawn character spotlight. I'm going to get around to doing other characters like Vader and, whatnot. But Vader's going to take a minute because I have so much stuff Vader. So I'm about to figure out if I might have to do multiple parts to that, But anyways, we'll see. Thrawn, Ahsoka, and some other characters like that are pretty easy because it's not as much as Vader. But yeah, let's get right into it. So the first book I would like to highlight is Thrawn #1. This is the Marvel first appearance of Thrawn in the Marvel Comics and canon, So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 issues of cover A. I got 3 of them. I already had one, but I got 3 of them from the same LCS for cover price. I just picked up all 3. I think this book right here is going to do what Star Wars Jedi of the Republic Mace Windu #5 is going to do. It is the first appearance of Ahsoka in Marvel continuity, and it is also Clone Wars 1 is also unattainable at this point. So I should have mentioned that in the last video, but I think that's another big reason why collectors are flocking to her first Marvel appearance, is because you got to drop a lot of money on Clone Wars 1 in order to have one, unless you get really lucky in the wild, and that's harder and harder, it's not as likely to happen anymore. But yeah, I think this book is like a $25 book right now ish. I checked, a couple weeks ago. But I think this book will be worth a lot more once Thrawn appears again. But yeah, so moving on. Up next, I have Thrawn #3. This is the first appearance of Arianda Price. I saw Rebels. She was a pretty cool character. But yeah, just her first appearance in the Thrawn series. Again, first appearance, popular character title. It's going to cost you $20 for this book. I only have 1 copy. I would have had 2, but I went to a shop and picked one up. I thought it was going to be covered, but they started looking up eBay prices right in front of me, which is funny. They did it for the couple of Marvel books I had, but for all the Dark Horse ones, they didn't. I walked out with a couple of really nice books. But that's fine. So yeah, first appearance of her. Keep an eye out for that. Again, if you can get it for cover, nice. Go ahead and do that. Up next, I have Star Wars Thrawn #4. And this is kind of just the origin of Thrawn. Really cool cover with Tarkin on there. Get the stormtroopers. I love the red background with the Death Star and all that. Yeah, super cool. Again, $20 book-ish. Nice little key to get. Nothing crazy. Up next, I have Thrawn #6. Beautiful cover with Thrawn, Vader, and the Emperor. 2 copies of that. And this is, the reason why it's hot is because it is the origin of Thrawn. Another origin of Thrawn. And the first meeting between Darth Vader and Thrawn in a flashback. But I guess that's canonically, because I have to go. I'll show something in a later in this video. So this is what Key Collector says. This is what eBay listings say. It's Thrawn and Vader first meet up. Whatever. Anyway, still, if you can get it for cheap, get it. Don't overpay for this. The book I think to get is Thrawn #1 for sure. The rest of them, just, don't spend too much. So up next, I actually have some variants for those books that I want to show off. I have Thrawn 1, the Rebels animation variant, which is, I love this variant. I love Thrawn and Rebels. I loved Rebels, and Thrawn and Rebels was amazing. So, yeah, super cool book right there. Again, a Thrawn number 1, the JTC Christopher, or John Tyler Christopher action figure variant. This is one of the better ones in my opinion. Thrawn looks awesome there. I love the red and the blue. They contrast well. And then I also have Thrawn number 3. Again, price right there. I have 2 of those. I had a third, traded it for something else, but that was a very good trade that I ended up going with. So yeah, I love this. The art in this one's really good. Beautiful background sky. Gorgeous cover. I used to have a Thrawn Matina variant, number 1, and I got it for $57 on eBay right when it came out, and now it is a ridiculously expensive book, and I sold it, or I did kind of sell it. I traded it for a Son of Dathomir 1-4 set. Well, at the time, Son of Dathomir was literally like the only hot Star Wars comic set out there. That was it. Before Star Wars blew up, there was Son of Dathomir. There were the few keys in the original run, but that was about it. So I wanted that Son of Dathomir set above anything else, and I regret trading because I didn't even get a good deal. I traded and then paid the guy for that plus a Return of the Jedi set. So I definitely came out not on top there, especially now with how much that book's going for. But yeah, enough of that. I don't have it anymore. Boo-hoo, whatever. Another variant that wasn't really worth anything, but since Thrawn got super hot, is now a $30 to $40 book. I got this for cover recently. This is Star Wars 50, the Galactic Icons variant, Grand Admiral Thrawn. I didn't pay that. This is I reused a bag and board. But yeah, so I got this for cover at an LCS. Cool book, get it. Again, anything Thrawn, just like Ahsoka's, can be ridiculous soon, within the next couple years. But yeah. So up next, I have a couple other books that I'd like to show off. And I'm opening this one up right now. This is, let me get it out. Star Wars X-Wing Rogue Squadron, The Making of Baron Fell. And the reason this book is in here is because it is the only other appearance of Thrawn in Dark Horse Comics outside of the novel adaptations. So you can see Thrawn right here. It's actually a really cool scene. That's actually it right there. But again, although Vader and Thrawn don't actually speak, Vader is giving a plan to these generals or whatever he's giving a plan to them, but this guy is right here is talking about how he doesn't think it's Vader's plan. This was Thrawn's plan. So obviously they didn't meet in this comic book, but they, in the same room and all that. So I don't know if that's just supposed to be a canon first meetup between Vader and Thrawn or whatnot, but this book is really hot. I just got it for cover recently. I was super stoked about that. Again, everything Thrawn is just super cool, and this is definitely one of my favorite books in my collection now. But yeah, moving on. So, last book, and you're going to know what it is. It's obvious, First Appearance of Thrawn. But I have a few copies here. So I got one right here, and that one's in the top loader. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 copies of Heir to the Empire 1. how I got these. Before it got super hot, I would buy lots, and a lot of times they were in them. So yeah, that's how I got all my copies of that. This is one of my favorite covers in comic books. Thrawn with the blue sky in the background with all the Star Destroyers is just super cool. It doesn't get cooler than that. I almost had a newsstand of this. Before, again, a lot of these books, you always kick yourself. You go back, they blow up, and I was bidding on one. It got a little too high, and I didn't want to pay that, so I didn't. I backed out, and of course, it sells, and then Thrawn name dropped in The Mandalorian, which we probably all saw coming. I thought it might, but I wasn't sure. And then the book is ridiculous, and the newsstand is worth so much more. So, but what can you do? I have 5 copies of Air One, so I can't complain at all. I think this book is going to get even hotter once he comes back, because just based off a name drop alone, this book is ridiculous, but the name drop does mean he's coming back. So once he comes back, again, people are gonna be jumping all over this. So yeah, this is my Thrawn character spotlight. Any keys or anything that having to do with Thrawn variants. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to do more soon. Thanks.